Well, hello, Hope Anderson. How are you today?
Good, Marty. How about you?
Very good. I'm so looking forward to speaking with you about an article that you submitted to the language educator. Caught my attention, and I think it's going to be a very interesting read for your colleagues. Meeting our expectations, but then it goes on, a language educator's journey from awareness to opportunity. That's what caught my eye. So let's talk a little bit about what you intended with the submission of what inspired you to write this article.
Well, thank you very much for that. I was inspired because I have always wanted to make an impact beyond my individual class. And even though I can see the difference that I'm making for individual students when I teach Spanish, I've always wanted to do something bigger and help others with their language acquisition journey or their teacher development journey. And I've done this in different capacities throughout my career so far in terms of coordinating language programs, tutoring programs, etc., developing curricula that have outlasted me at prior institutions. But I really wanted to reflect back on the role of professional development in my ability to come to a better understanding of how I wanted to improve my classes and help others to improve their experience as a language teacher, or whatever type of education role they have in world languages. And I think that, when thinking back on it, I thought about the role that ACTFL has played and some of the other professional development opportunities that I've been lucky enough to be able to participate in. And I wanted to be able to share that experience with other people to help them realize that their frustrations in whether they or their students or their situation is not meeting their expectations, that's a normal feeling, that I went through that as well. And this is what I have done in terms of what I've benefited from and what I'd like to continue to do in the future to help others benefit from similar opportunities.
Well, I think that many educators it will resonate greatly with many educators in the classroom. It's a very interesting trajectory, and the role that professional development has played was very interesting. What kind of response would you like to this article? It will be in the fall issue of the Language Educator. What form would the response take ideally?
Well, I would like for a response in the sense of greater awareness of the professional development opportunities that exist, so that people can make better use of them. In some of my research into what is out there, I have discovered that a lot of times pre-service and in-service teacher training doesn't necessarily make use of some of the best practices training that's available because it doesn't meet requirements for licensing or relicensing. And fortunately, as a college-based educator, I have been lucky enough to not have to meet some of those specific requirements so that I can seek out trainings that better suit my own purposes. But not all educators are that lucky from what I'm learning. And a lot of it varies by state and by level and the specific licensing requirements. So I would really like to see a lot of the proficiency-based, communicative language teaching-based approaches be made more widely available, even to K-12 teachers, even in states that don't necessarily have a project like the one that I was able to attend as an adjunct instructor many years ago. So that's a response that I would like to see. I know ACTFL and other organizations are already doing a lot. I just don't really know how to get over that bridge, so to speak, of connecting people with existing opportunities without making them have to find the time and money to do it on their own.
Well, I think you're right. I think this is a role that ACTFL does play for its members and for educators across the country and around the world. And I think your article will inspire teachers to actually look into those opportunities and take advantage of them. I urge all members and world language educators to read through your trajectory, your story, because I think they will be inspired. I think it will resonate with them, but I think that they will be inspired to keep pushing forward and to keep improving practices. I want to thank you so much for writing it. So fall issue of the Language Educator. Thank you, Hope. Take care.
You too.